I have no idea if my mic is on, or whether that's a problem, potentially. I think the answer is yes, the mic is on. Well, I already fucked up. So this is the second world. You need to immediately jump off that platform, cause the thwomp to go, and bounce off of that spike. Onto that second thwomp you can see they're just there, about as far as I've gotten. So, I mentioned, I think in the Discord a while ago, one of my friends, my meta Dan, played this particular Super Mario Kaizo mod, and just beat it like last week, or maybe the week before, so it's pretty recent. I wanted to do Kaizo before Ed and I did a Super Mario Brothers Kaizo as opposed to a Super Mario World Kaizo. Oh boy, back in college, like a decade ago. Oh boy, god damn it. You can see how many false starts this has. I've been trying to recommend Celeste to Dan because some of the C-sides of Celeste are brutally difficult, but they have a lot less stupid deaths, like, oh, I ran sideways into something very slightly. So it's a little bit more forgiving, but not a whole lot easier, if that makes sense. God damn it. I'm also using a 360 controller while I'm playing this, which I don't know is the best controller for this game, but it's the controller I have. I've heard the PlayStation controller is actually quite good for 2D games like this. I might grab one at some point. We'll see. Yeah, anyway, hi, if you're just... God damn it. If you're just joining me, thanks for watching. This is the first live stream we've done since Jeremy and I attempted a Soul Link Nuzlocke, which was a while ago now. I don't know if we ever announced this on the podcast, but Jeremy's computer just, like, exploded. That was not the only reason that our Soul Link died. That was mostly just due to me being very busy. But yeah, no, it's a random Thursday night. Because I'm drunk, I can't remember if I mentioned, I'm drunk while playing this. So, if some of you in the comments are like, man, I could... I don't understand how this glass block works. If some of you in the comments are like, man, I can do this so much easier, you probably could, because you're probably not drunk while you're doing it. I'm not saying that's a good thing or not, but it probably does help you play a highly precision platformer. That one chomper has gotten me more than I think anything else in this level so far. And that's just the result of me jumping slightly too far. Oh god damn it! One of my... Oh, that's what I get for pressing the restart button before I was ready. One of my favorite YouTube folks who does streams is Madrybread. If you like our Pokemon stuff, or just Pokemon in general, you will definitely like him. He does a weekly challenge video where he does like a stupid run of a Pokemon game. Fuck. God damn it. But he also does like all sorts of other stuff. He's a big wrestling nerd. I should probably recommend him to Jeremy, actually. I feel like Jeremy might like some of his stuff. But if you follow Last Time on Video Games specifically, you will... Oh, god damn it, wrong button. You will probably like his stuff. That's my pitch. Go watch Madrybread on YouTube. He's not a particularly small channel, but he's a smallish channel, and I would like it if more people watched him, so I could talk about him more. But one of his pieces of advice for a live stream, which I've tried to take to heart, which I find actually easier to do. God damn it, wrong button again. Which I find actually easier to do when I'm playing on my own is just ramble incessantly. It almost doesn't matter what you're saying. God damn it. And fuck. Probably I should not say god damn it and fuck. Exclusively, that's an HBO show. No, one of the best pieces of advice God damn, that's got me a couple times. One of the best pieces of advice I think he ever gave for aspiring streamers is to just, like, say whatever comes to your mind. What I will say is coming to my mind right now is, in between deaths, if you notice me taking a little bit to restart after dying. Oh, he just goes down. Interesting. And I restarted before I was ready. Because, as I was in the process of saying, I'm taking a sip of a modified, improved whiskey cocktail. I don't know if any of our listeners know this, but I'm like a pretty big cocktail guy. I'm also opening a brewery that'll hopefully be open in December. It's currently December. That will hopefully be open in January. I like me some booze hall. And specifically, I have a pretty wide-ranging bar donated by Ed that I've kept up to stock since then. And I wanted to try an improved whiskey cocktail for a long time. It's just whiskey, a little bit of maraschino liqueur, and I can attest, if you've never had maraschino liqueur, it is 100% worth getting. Yeah, eat it, motherfucker. Fucking flop. Oh, no, I accidentally picked up the block. God damn it. Anyway, sorry. I got distracted checking the chat. There is no chat. There are some people watching the chat. If you're in there right now, say hi. I haven't done one of these streams in a long time, and I'm curious to see who actually showed up. Anyway, it's a whiskey cocktail with a little bit of maraschino liqueur. I did mine with orgeat instead of simple syrup, which is basically just simple syrup made with ground almonds. It's an essential component in whiskey cocktails. So if you're a fan of whiskey cocktails, sorry, I'm tiki cocktails. So if you're a fan of tiki, you'll probably like my modified, improved whiskey cocktail. I actually just finished reading a book called Doctors and Distillers, which is all about the history of alcohol as a medicinal product, which it was until very, very recently considered a medicinal thing. Sorry, damn it. I forgot he would drop. I was trying to focus a little bit too hard on that. There are myriad uses humans have put alcohol to use for in medicinal contexts over the millennia without really understanding what... I should have run. Okay. Without really understanding what alcohol is or does, which is pretty interesting. So, something that I found particularly fascinating from this book is where quintessence comes from. So quint, if you know your Latin, means 5 or 5th. And specifically this was in juxtaposition to Aristotle's 4 elements. So the quintessence was the 5th element, which was supposed to be raw ether, or like the fundamental stuff that makes up the universe. And way back when people discovered alcohol, I could have had that, they assumed that distilled spirits were like the fundament of the universe. They were ether, they were like divine fire, if you will. So they assumed that by applying this to various substances, they could extract the most pure version of essence from any particular object, and they called that the quintessence, oh god damn it, of whatever it was that they were extracting. And they thought that the extracts of things were more pure versions of whatever those were. So rose water, if you've ever heard of that, is considered a quintessence of rose. Which, you know, isn't strictly speaking wrong. Oh, I should have just kept going. Oh, motherfuckers. Guys, I was so close on that one. Sorry, I lost my entire train of thought. So people tried for a long time to extract the most pure essences of things. Along with this, like, during this time frame, alchemy was pretty popular. Oh, god damn it. So, at the time, people thought gold was the most pure metal because it didn't degrade. Gold, if you don't know, is a noble element, which means that it is not chemically reactive with basically anything, which is a pretty useful property if you're trying to make something that doesn't corrode or change over time. So, people have historically valued gold for this reason. It is considered chemically pure and it doesn't change. And if you're to make an extract of gold, people thought that was going to be like the most pure thing you could possibly imbibe. And because gold doesn't change over time, they thought that drinking something would imbue the properties of that drink to the person who drank it. So since gold doesn't change, humans wouldn't change if they drank extracted gold. Man, I've died there a lot. I should really pay attention to that. Where was I going? This is actually a feature of both European and Chinese alchemy, which is pretty interesting because they diverge in a lot of places. There aren't a lot of places where Chinese alchemy agrees with European alchemy, but gold rocks is... Oh, god dude, that was the dumbest mistake. Gold rocks is one of the things that they can all agree on. And both cultures thought they had life-giving properties because gold is so immune to change. And this leads it into the most interesting thing I learned from this book, which is about... Oh, man, that sucks. Mithridates and Theriacs, which are both named after Persian kings. The unifying element of which is that they are a crap ton of ingredients that people at the time really... I swear I pressed the jump button. That people at the time thought were good for you, all crushed up and blended together in alcohol. And it's important to understand that at this time, people didn't really drink alcohol to get drunk, or really even to enjoy the drink. They drink it purely as a medicinal, I think this will help me in somehow, purpose. I missed the jump a little bit on that one. I swear someone watching this is just going to be like, what are you doing, you drunk idiot? I feel like I'm doing alright. I don't feel like I would be doing much... Ah, that one chomper. I don't feel like I'd be doing much better if I was completely sober. Mithridates and Theriacs are kind of the source of modern liqueurs. So if you've ever looked into chartreuse is a, like, over 100 ingredient mixture. No, didn't go far enough. Of random secret herbs and spices. And chartreuse as a drink actually has its origin as being a theriac, which was supposed to be like a panacea for a bunch of stuff because it contained all those random ingredients that people thought were healthy. And it was only over the course of time as alcohol stopped being thought of less as a medicinal thing and the extracts thereof being medicinal, did chartreuse and similar liqueurs start advertising like their heritage and stuff, which was funny because they definitely started as like, frankly, quack medicine based off of like four elements theory. Some of them have been around long enough that in addition to their original roots as like the fifth element extract of things, they were also part of humoral or Galenic medicine, which proposed that four humors needed... Oh man, I've been screwing that up. Four humors needed to be in balance with each other in order to keep your body healthy. Interestingly, syphilis in various stages, because it was poorly understood at the time to be the same disease, was thought to be an imbalance of a different humor depending on what type of presentation of syphilis you had. It wasn't until the bloody 1940s that we really understood syphilis, and that it was a particular microbe that could be treated with antibiotics. There was actually a period in time where we realized that syphilis would die off in high heat conditions. So basically, if you had a high fever, that was actually pretty effective for late-stage syphilis patients. And in order to induce... Oh, wrong button. God damn it. In order to induce a high fever, people were actually given the blood of malarial patients, because one of the symptoms of malaria is high... I swear I don't know. One of the symptoms of malaria is high fever. So they would give people artificially induced malarial fever for a few days to kill off the syphilis, and then at that time, quinine or quinine, I'm not actually sure how you pronounce that. It's, if you know tonic water, it is the thing that makes modern tonic water tonic water. It's the extract of the cinchona tree, which grows in Peru and now in Java, because it was transported there by the Dutch East India Company. Sorry, I'm rambling. All over the place, but it's medicinal stuff. So, extracts of this tree were then used to treat the malaria that was intentionally given to syphilis patients, which is kind of wild, if you ask me. It's a not necessarily Hippocratic oath, oh goddamn, abiding thing, because you are intentionally doing harm, but the harm you're doing is less harm than the overall harm you're treating. Sorry, I'm focusing. God damn it. I'm gonna focus for like 2 or 3 runs. I'm gonna shut up for a second. And then I'm gonna talk more about the history and medicinal use of alcohol. Because that's what I'm doing on this stream, I guess. I don't know if there's a way to tag that on YouTube. I say, but I'm continuing to yammer. I should have just let that one go. Ah, damn. You can tell the second I stop talking, I do slightly better. Oh. I say that, and then immediately just die 4 times in a row to the very first challenge in the level. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy, that windy block. Haven't died on that in a while. My secret with this stream is actually to get Dan to watch, since he just beat this run, fairly recently. Oh, god damn it! Oh well. Anyway, back to the medicinal history of alcohol. My partner Jen got me this book. It has been surprisingly fascinating. It's written by a guy named Camper English, and I could not believe that was his real name. I looked him up online, and he's written a couple books about just... I'm trying to think how to describe it. Just... They're my Wikipedia binges turned into whole books, essentially. Moral of the story, though, if for some reason I ever meet Mr. English, I'm definitely taking him out for a beer. His sense of humor is very understated in the book. If you've ever been interested in the... Why am I not making that jump? If you've ever been interested in the medicinal history of alcohol, Doctors and Distillers, excellent book. I was surprised how much I learned from it. Oh, I got too close. Considering how many other books I've read on the subject, I have literal encyclopedias about alcohol, and this book was more informative in certain areas than literal encyclopedias. Which I guess makes sense. Like, an encyclopedia is supposed to be a broad overview of a subject in a way that... God damn it! In a way that an in-depth book on the history specifically of this one subject would not be, right? Like, I will say I have read all of Amy Stewart's The Drunken Botanist, which I would also recommend. It's very specifically the medicinal... the controller button layout I have is maybe not great for this. I'm having to press the spin jump button with my right index finger while using my right thumb for the regular jump button, and I'm wondering if I should, oh boy, swap those or something. I got distracted there, and I did not think that would but yeah, Amy Stewart's The Drunken Botanist is very good for the historical and frankly current uses of any number of botanicals. She has another book, which I have not read, but which I've given to a friend, called The Weed That Killed Abraham Lincoln's Mother. I forget the name of that weed offhand. But it is a... The title of the book is a little bit, shall we say, more sure than the history actually implies. Whichever weed that is, which I may look up at some point during this stream, may have contributed to Abraham Lincoln's mother dying, but also may not have. Man, that one spot is really messing me up right now. Regardless, though, Amy Stewart, I think, is a fantastic writer. She's hilarious, like, not even low-key hilarious, she's just hilarious. That entire book, The Drunken Botanist, was a joy to read. She owns a small bookstore in Eureka, California, which is actually where I lived for a couple years as a very small child. My parents moved out of there before I had really any... Oh, damn it, I forgot to stop running. Before I had any really living memory, my parents moved out of Eureka. I don't know if I've mentioned this podcast ever. I grew up in a very small mountain town in California. If you've lived in or visited any mountain town, basically anywhere in the US, this was exactly that. It had like 40 people. It was about a mile north of Napa. We lived... Why am I not making that jump? I feel like I have enough momentum for that. Anyway, the closest town is like Clear Lake or Middle Lake, if you look that up on the map. The town itself is called Hobbs, or Hobards, California. But very much small, rural mountain town. It was like half hour, 45 minutes to anything. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Man, I don't know that I've ever talked about this on mics. I had a rare childhood illness. I'm just talking about everything tonight, apparently. I had a rare childhood illness that turned out to be recurring tick-borne fever, which is actually pretty common in the Pacific Northwest, but it was misdiagnosed several times by doctors in the area. I don't know why, because all my research as an adult has pointed me towards it being a fairly common illness. All I needed was antibiotics, but I was sick for like a year and a half because no one properly diagnosed it. Oh no. I'm wondering if I should wait for that thwomp to land and go back up before I try to run past it. I'm like really close every time I try, but I keep dying there. You know, when I actually get that far. You've watched me do probably 120 deaths, not quite that far. That was a pretty good run. The timing on picking that up versus just continuing running is very tight. It's in the title and everything. I don't know that I mentioned though. I'm playing Super Ryu World, which is a very beginner-friendly Super Mario Kaizo mod. You may be watching this and be thinking, wow, this is beginner-friendly? Fuck that. And you'd be fair for thinking that. This is the second level. I played the first level off-stream. The first level is substantially easier than this one. They're both very doable, though. Like, you can watch me making progress. I'm still dying to very stupid stuff quite frequently, but, like, when I don't die, I get a little bit further every time. I love masochistically hard platforms like this. I've definitely mentioned it on the podcast before. This is the sort of shit I absolutely thrive on. I enjoy the mastery element of it, really, is I think what's at play here. I should just wait for that thwomp. That's the third time in a row it's killed me. I think that's, if you look at the last time on video games ranking lists, a lot of, especially before Zach joined, a lot of the very hard games end up at the top of the list. Because both Jeremy and I enjoy the mastery element of, like, early Nintendo games. Which I want to say is, different than the mastery element of early arcade games. Early arcade games, like Ghosts and Goblins, I think actually falls into this category very nicely. And it's like only the end of November, so it's not entirely seasonally appropriate. Ghosts and Goblins is definitely quarter sucker. I'm streaming. And I died to that 4 times in a row. I should stop trying to run past that thing. Hi everyone, Alex is here.
Hey y'all.
I've got like 10 whole people in chat right now.
We got folks? Howdy folks.
I've been chatting about doctors and distillers mostly. That book I finished recently, so.
I got a new cocktail recipe for you.
Excellent. Well, Alex is home. I'm probably gonna wrap up shortly because we should probably eat food at some point. And as I mentioned on the stream, I have imbibed recently. Well, I'm surprised that one worked. Woohoo! I'm half a second late from what I'm used to, and then I died. But anyway, I'm going to be streaming this game more when I have some more time. I might be doing it in the middle of random weekdays. I tend to play some video games over lunch. So if anyone here wants to continue to watch me to die, I might beat this level the next time I play. I say as I die 4 times in a row to the exact same thing. Next time I play, I might actually beat this level. I don't know if you're paying attention to Discord at all, Alex, but this is the mod that Dan was playing.
Today's been like the last week, chaos.
I don't that's the furthest I've gotten ever, was right there. Yeah, actually, do you have... Oh, damn it. I really don't understand how this works. They seem to affect enemies, but not. Which is fine, I just... They're so ephemeral over the course of this level that I haven't had time to experiment with them and see how they operate. I was gonna say, do you have any random facts from doctors and distillers that you remember that I have randomly babbled at you that you think are particularly interesting? I talked about the methobates and theriacs and chartreuse.
I was thinking you told me that
Yeah! That was pretty cool. Oh, I fucked that one up. So, malaria is a disease that has been with humanity a surprisingly long time. According to this book, it largely originated in Rome, of all places. And malaria is actually a portmanteau of malaria, which is Latin for bad air. Because at the time, the, I guess, miasmic theory of disease, that's what it's called, right? Was the most prevalent theory of disease, which is that bad air causes disease, and different types of air cause different types of diseases. And specifically, they thought the swamps around Rome were poisoning people. One particularly bad case of malaria, I was actually talking to Alex about this morning, was that a pope died in the late 1400s, and the cardinals convened to vote on a new pope, and 8 out of the 10 cardinals died to malaria while they were out there, which is wild. God damn it. What?
Everybody bailed on Rome.
Do I have chat messages? Oh, it's not showing up on my phone. I'm so sorry, chat. I have not, the chat messages have not been showing up on my phone. I would have been responding to them. Let me take a second and see if I can't fix that. Yes, thank you! White snake root. That is exactly what I was... Yes, yeah, sorry, I'm catching up on all those messages. The one person who's in my chat. Thank you. Yes, white snake root is the herb, or the root that maybe killed Abraham Lincoln's mother. Thank you for that. Oh, is this Dan? Anyway. God damn it, wrong button again. Well, if you DM me on Discord, I will definitely make it up to you with a beer, even if you're one of my real-life friends who I know already. I'm sure I...
You come by the brewery in Meat Space, and you mentioned Tyler's podcast. I'll let you up with your first beer.
Dot Dan. What the hell was I even talking about? Oh, malaria! So... For a variety of reasons, the bark of the cinchona tree, which is actually a... What? Yeah, I know. I keep dying to the dumbest shit, and then I get very far, and then I die to new shit. I'm like, well, the new shit's new, so... I can accept dying to the new shit because I don't know how... Oh, okay, that was just dumb. Because I can accept dying to the new shit because I don't know how to deal with it yet, because I haven't encountered it yet. The old shit, I'm just like... Anyone watching the stream, I've died hundreds of times on this level.
Today.
To shit that is the most basic element of the... Look at this! Look at this! It's the most basic element of this level. I mentioned it earlier on stream. I'm drunk. But I'm not that drunk. It's just hard, it turns out. God damn it! Well, you know, it'll be a stream on the channel forever. I just decided randomly I'm playing this dumb game and I can ramble about shit while, God damn it, while I'm playing. Anyway, malaria. I got distracted. So the guy writing this book estimates that somewhere upward of, I think I told Alex, 50 million lives have been saved by the gin and tonic, because the bark of the cinchona tree contains quinine, or quinine. Again, not really sure how to pronounce it. I've only ever read this word. Oh, I should really just wait for that. Or go running earlier. So, the name of the tree is Quina. Q-U-I-N-A. Quina.
I'm pretty sure every English medical term I've ever talked about it says quinine.
Quinine? Okay. So, quinine was in way higher concentrations in early gin and tonics, and specifically the tonics. To the extent that there's actually a thing called quinine poisoning. George Washington actually lost hearing to quinine poisoning because it was such a common drink to take just in case you got malaria, which was actually a fairly common problem in the colonies. Malaria, as I mentioned, started in Italy and actually transported by colonialists to the rest of the world. But happenstantially, people in North and South America, and specifically Peru, were treating symptoms similar to malaria with quinine from cinchona bark. So they just have people drink cinchona bark tea. Cinchona.
I drink gin and tonics even though I'm not scared of malaria.
Oh, I think that was the run, and I fucked it up. Oh.
It clearly wasn't the run, you died.
Well, that's fair. It was the run until I didn't press the jump button at the right time. I'm considering going the Dan route and getting a wired PlayStation controller for this. I think occasionally I experience like a quarter-second delay, and that actually matters. Which I play competitive fighting games, and that shouldn't matter. God damn it. Okay, I'm clearly not drunk enough. I'm having to pour my drink. But yeah, the gin and tonic became such a popular drink, not just with British people, although it eventually became known to British people specifically, and then became, like, it got advertised by Schweppes, actually, as, like, a fancy club beverage. And that's how it got its popularity, is, like, kind of a fancy drink. But it was a drink consumed by people since the 1600s, specifically to ward off malaria, and it was actually quite effective at that. So where I got it, were you here for the syphilis chat, Alex?
I've been here for you asking what I remember.
That's fair. So we found, once we isolated syphilis as a microbe, the guy who isolated it noticed that it died at high temperatures, and gave people the blood of malarial patients to induce fever, and... Oh, not sure what happened there. I think I accidentally landed on that block and then walked off. Gave the people the blood of malarial patients to induce fever to kill off the syphilis, and then gave them high doses of quinine to kill the malaria. It wasn't perfectly effective, but it was one of the first known effective treatments for late-stage syphilis. Okay, shut up and concentrate for half a second. I said that last time, and then I ended up just talking the whole time like I am now.
I mean, I can give up some commentary. If I'm talking, you won't be rude enough to interrupt me. Maybe your politeness will actually be the saving grace of this run. That does, however,
Motherfucker.
require me to keep up a constant stream of chitter-chatter.
Well, okay, so I was talking about one of my favorite streamers earlier, a Dry Bread.
Oh yeah.
The guy who does the Pokemon challenges. He does a lot of streaming content outside of that. I just don't watch streamers all that often. Oops. right through the floor. But his advice for new streamers is just say whatever random nonsense comes to mind. Because any sound is better than no sound. I forgot to run.
No, I'm sitting here. I've got my Switch next to me, and I really want to play more Paleo Wines. I am
Obviously.
delighted
God damn
that
it.
my best friend loves Paleo Wines now, because now we can, like, play right about all the wines. But I was like,
We need to force Jen to play more of it.
I know, but I'm like,
Why is that not?
I feel like that's a thing that somebody would probably be interested
Oh yeah. Well, especially with just random. What I have found people tune into streams for as a kind of meta on a stream is just hearing people chat back and forth more than anything. Like honestly, I think like I've mentioned our podcast several times, and I find it wildly hard to believe that anyone watching this
that interested.
no does not subscribe to our podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think half of our podcast appeal. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is definitely it.
Yeah, it thinks I sound hot. Or maybe they think I sound hot.
Your friend says hot. That's Katie.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah.
What I've heard is at least half of the appeal of our podcast is just a bunch of people chatting with each other. Which, like, my favorite science podcast is my... Oh, I got started too late on that one. Is my favorite science podcast because they're all friends and they just chat about random nonsense. Cool.
But they only seem to come up mine. I don't see them on yours. I wonder if they seem to come out of yours.
God damn it!
Oh yeah, they do eventually show up in chat. There he is.
Okay. Got this. Oh, fucking... Okay, I think I need to jump earlier, or just wait for that one. But I think if I wait for that one, the next two kill me. Okay, I'm gonna give this, like, 10 more tries, because they're not that long. And then I'm gonna end the stream. God damn it. I forgot to jump. Okay, that one doesn't count. I got distracted reading the chat. Ed, how do you know about White Snake Root killing Abraham Lincoln's mom? I'm curious how that is in your knowledge set. That's actually, so another book by Amy Stewart, who I mentioned earlier, is the herb, well, fair enough. I guess you could have just, I thought you just knew that offhand.
It does feel like the fact that somebody in our friend group just randomly have stashed away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The book that I got Frankie a while ago is the herb that killed Abraham Lincoln's mother and other poisonous roots in America. Oh, I missed the jump. Oh, I think I almost
That
have
was
it.
the run, except you missed the jump, Tyler.
Yeah, twice. I'm getting better. Every time I get there, I can see what I do. My entire goal with this is to finish it so that I can go back to Dan and go like, I am also... God damn it. So that I can go back to Dan and say, I am also officially good at Mario. I will say, there are some Celeste levels that are harder than this. This has the advantage of being short and you die a lot. Celeste is long. Oh, god damn it. Like, some of the Celeste Seaside levels are like, you have so much of the level that you have to master before you get a checkpoint. But, like, this is honestly... God damn. I don't understand what my momentum has to do with that point. I feel like I've been looking into it every time I get past that. There's a... Celeste is a game that you really have to master in order to get good at it. It's weirdly both more and less forgiving. Like, a lot of the individual movements are less tight than this, but the planning you have to do as you, like, go through things is a lot greater. God damn it. Okay. Next time I get to the two-thwomp block and either make it or don't, I'm done. If I make it, I'll continue for a bit. If I don't, I think I'm done for the night.
You will have to watch me play some dinosaurs tonight.
We can't stream the Switch, if that's what you're doing with that.
You might be the type.
Yeah, no, that's fair. One of these days. I kind of wanted to beat level 2 before the end of the night, but I'm not surprised I haven't. I got to the edge and then just walked off. Oh, man. Anyway, so that's the summary of the book I've been reading recently, Doctors and Distillers. I talked about the Quintessence, which is, I think, pretty cool. I learned a lot of, Okay. I learned about the Quintessence, and also that he has a chapter at the very end about, like, mixed drinks, which are fairly new. Lots of people, goddamn, in the 1800s were talking about how good America's mixed drinks were compared to the rest of the world. And, like, I found that fairly interesting because, like, I'm a cocktail guy. I like cocktails a lot and interested in the history and the, like, how and why of drinks. And it was weird to me that even in the 1800s, people were like, oh yeah, the United States, they got this. If I had the book in front of me, I'd read a particular quote, but I do not. Ah!
You do.
Oh, I do have the book in front of me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this next life, and if I fail this life, that's the end of the stream, but I'm gonna go read that particular quote. Oh, that's 2 good runs in a row.
Maybe that's how you should end your streams, always to read a quote from the book you're reading. That feels like a fun routine.
Oh, what am I supposed to do there?
Wait for him to fall and then you jump on his noggin.
Yeah, no, I see that now. Okay. I got the furthest I've ever gotten. Let me go find this quote really quick. It's before the prescription julep, for sure.
Gentles and ladymen, hold please, we are providing you with culture.
Well, by culture we mean periodicals from the 1850s.
No, I absolutely mean culture.
He at least blocks the quotes differently, so it's pretty easy to skim through and find what you're looking for. He has a whole section about ice. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. At least not within reasonable time for a stream. So, given that, thank you all, and by you all I mean Ed and anyone who watches this later.
Hey, we're up to 3.
It's you, me, and Ed.
YouTube doesn't know that.
That's fair. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to be doing this sporadically.
Intermittently.
Yeah, whenever I feel like playing some Mario Kaizo. I'm going to get through this. It's going to be a time. And on that note, good night, have luck, stay warm, it's winter. in the Northern Hemisphere.
Toodles!
Bye!